have Shameka Cornelius here. My name is Angie Mosley, and Shameka is here with us so that we can go over a few different conflicts, a few different happinesses and fortunes, fabulous fortunes that we have in the community with Black women. So, Shameka, just tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I was born and raised in Seattle, and I have 3 children that I dearly love. They're 23, 17, and 12. So definitely different ages, different stages. We do a lot of, sports, music, a little bit of everything around the city. So definitely involved around Seattle. A little bit of double dutch with you, pop it. That's what we do, so it's important to engage with the kids and things like that. It's something I love. It's something I enjoy. I never sit still. I always have my hands in like a million pots doing different things, children's guilds, things like that, work, fun, dance, sing, music, flowers. Like I even swimming and paddle boarding and crabbing and all that good stuff. So I like a lot of things.
Sounds like you're very active in the
very
community.
Adventurous person.
Yes. Well, what are some of the top issues that are negatively impacting Black women that you notice?
I would say respect. Why are we not respecting our Black women? Why are so many Black people still being so disrespected? I would say the lack of appreciation for a lot of women, Black women, we're very undervalued and underappreciated is what I say. And that's one of the biggest issues for me. Of course, we always, strong Black women, they pick themselves up, they turn the other cheek and, just keep trucking. You push us down, we get back up, we keep trucking, so it's important to be able to acknowledge that,
right, but
also do something about it.
Right.
And that means me speaking here today. Let's put it out there. Let's embrace each other. Let's endure one another, like really make each other count. And that's something that's not happening in the workforce. That's not something that's happening in the streets. That's not something that's happening in a lot of homes. A lot of marriages and things like that are kind of being broke up, due to COVID and everything. So there's a lot of issues that are going on. But I would say respect of the Black woman and appreciation of the Black woman, because we're very strong women and we deserve to be applauded.
Definitely. Well, how do you think we as a community can address this?
I would say, just appreciate each other. You are supposed to treat someone how you want to be treated, right? This is like second grade stuff that we learned like many years ago. And so for the whole world to be up in turmoil and still not be able to respect each other or abuse the power that they have, that's an issue for me.
Definitely.
And it's not time to be quiet anymore. It's time for our voices to be heard. It's time for us to have these difficult conversations and have a safe place to do it.
That keyword, safe place
to do it. Real. Exactly. And so I was completely enlightened when he was like, hey sis, do you want to start this podcast with me? And I'm like, yes, I want to be involved. I want to get into it. Like, let's talk about it. What's really going on in the world? Like, how are we really feeling? Like, can we really talk about this?
Right.
Be free, so I would say uplift and support one another. Just say hello, hello queen, hello sister, like how you doing today, right. Smile, make eye contact. You never know. That's one thing I say that I live by on a daily basis is you never know how far or how much a smile is going to change somebody's day.
Thank you.
You never know. Maybe they ain't never been smiled at. They ain't even pay. They feel like they invisible.
Right.
But if you just smile and be like, have a good day, queen.
Yeah.
That woman might be like, oh my God, somebody spoke to me. It's time for me to go be amazing.
Exactly.
And so you want to influence that. And I hope that I do that. And I hope that we can all do that and move forward and stand tall and strong together.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think I know for a fact that you do that very well. You're a big complimenter all the time. So I'll ask you, have you ever been locked up, or do you know anybody that's ever been locked up before?
Oh, well, I will answer these questions truthfully. I definitely have. It only happened once though. Throughout.
And that's okay. We're all human.
A lot. Yeah, we all make mistakes, and it was definitely a mistake. I was out of the state in a different country, and I made a bad decision to traffic something across the border, and I ended up doing 18 months in a medium security prison. in another country. So that happened. As a kid, I think all of my stepdads, all of my father had been to jail, all my stepdads, I might have called the police on some of them, abusive relationships, things like that, like protecting my mom, or, even going to visit my stepdads and things like that. So I definitely know the system.
Right. How did that impact you, and how did that impact others?
It showed me, number one, how truly broken the system is. It showed me that, once you go in, you really ain't got no rights. Like if you don't have somebody on the outside fighting for you, or you're unable or uneducated to fight for yourself, you're kind of a poo creek, let's say, with no paddle. And being in the system is just difficult enough, but it affects everybody. It affected my mom, my kids, my friends. My friend actually raised my daughter while I was gone during that time. And I only did 3 months, and then I got paroled. Thank God. They were like, get out of my country. So that was nice. But the worst part about it is that happened. And 2 years later, I went back and forth to court and things of that sort. And they were like, why are you going back to Canada? Like, why even go back? Just never go back. And I was like, nah, I don't want to look over my shoulder. I want to deal with it. I want to handle it. I just want to be done with this situation. I messed up.
Right.
And so I dealt with the situation. But my best friend actually took care of my daughter while I was gone and looked out for me. Friends. I'm telling you, and see friends. Sisterhood and again, just supporting one another. You don't get that. You know when you got real true friends or real supporters, because they love you. It doesn't matter what you do, whether you're right, wrong, indifferent, upside down, or ugly. They gonna see you through it. And so it's important. It takes a village, to say the least.
Do you think that any of those situations could have been prevented?
Oh, yeah. I could have made the choice not to get that extra money. There's a saying, quick as it come, quick as it go. So yeah, it was a bad decision. It took a lot for me. It affected my family. I think it kind of still affected my family to this day. Because they're like, Mom, you really went to jail? And I'm like, here we go with this story again. Like, like, why do I got to bring this up? But I did. And so, it's a valuable topic, and definitely for my kids to know about, because I don't want them to make the same mistakes that I did. So I'm very open about it, and I'm sure once everybody go to jail, you kind of be like, yeah, I don't want to do that again.
Yeah,
if you go, not everybody's been to jail, but in the Black community, I do know a lot of people that the system has ate up.
Right.
And I don't want our youth to be involved in that. I don't want my children in that. I don't want them unable to breathe while in a cell and not even know about that.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, when you speak of youth, what do you think that we can do to help our upcoming generation?
We have to guide our youth. We have to be involved. You got to be hands-on. We can't keep letting these cell phones, these games, these systems, all that type of stuff. We just can't let that raise our children and be like, oh, well, go watch TV. I'm busy doing what I'm doing or whatever. You have to guide them and put them in programs. I know there's not a whole lot of programs out there. But there are definitely ways to keep our kids busy and keep their mind off of other things that they shouldn't be doing. They might hate you for it for a second. They don't always want to go to basketball practice or band practice or, whatever, but you just push them along and they get it eventually and they'll appreciate it later, but you better go to glass beating book club. You better do something, because you ain't going to stay home on that game in my house. I'll tell you that.
Okay. Well, what do you think their families need, like as far as support? What type of support?
They need resources. They need to know where they can get the help. They need to know who to talk to, or counseling. Oh my gosh, counseling's so frowned upon in the Black community, but it's okay to talk to counselors, y'all. I did it a lot of my life, and I think that's why I have some of the endurance that I have, as far as just like not snapping smooth all the way off, sometimes. And I even tell myself, like, I need to find one, because there's a lot going on and things like that. But even as a parent, you just need support. Sometimes you just need somebody to talk to, so that's why I say counselor. But other than that, resources. They need to know their resources, how they can get food if they can't get no state assistance. They need to know the people that do holiday gift bags and things like that. Yeah. We need to know what's going on in our neighborhood community centers for the drives and the backpacks and schools and stuff that they do, so resources. Definitely how to support a family.
I heard that. And I heard you say that there's a lot going on. So what do you think about everything that's going on right now, like as far as COVID and politics?
Ooh, see, politics I try and stay out of, honey. They all liars. Okay, no, not all of them. But yeah,
Just
I try and stay out of more than some, but okay, no, just kidding. As far as COVID, like this is something that we're all in together. I can say, I know we were all tired of quarantine. I know we were all tired of not being able to go places. I know we're still tired of walking around with these masks on our face. But we're all in it together. So it's a horrible thing, but we're all in the same place. We all are worried about vaccines. We are all worried about what's in the vaccines. We are all worried. Do we get boosters? You know, things like that. We are so worried about it. And then it even trickles down to Black Lives Matter. Because it's like, if I get this shot, am I going to die? Because who knows if they're trying to kill the Black people? There's so many different things that are going on. I mean, and things that we should all be paying attention to. So you want to pay attention to them, but I feel like we also want to be educated about them. Like, know what you're saying, know what you're spreading, things of that sort. And with politics, I just can't trust it. You have to research and do what you do and hope that you believe what they say in those speeches and you believe that their whole heart is into it. Like, big ups to Kamala Harris. I'm just saying, honey, show us, lead us, teach us on the right things to do and how to get there and keep moving forward. And yeah, we just want to get through it. And Black Lives Matter, that's been going on for hundreds of years. You know, we've been fighting for civil rights and things like that. And 50 years later, 100 years later, 200 years later, we still have racism. We still have bigotry. We still have a lot of hate in this world, y'all. So the most important thing for me to say about the biggest impact of things that are going on right now is love and care one another. Like, love has got to come back. Love overall. Stop hating each other. Stop being so angry.
Right.
Y'all get mad because somebody having a good day. Like, I'm sorry, why you so upset? Have a good day. Like, and I look crazy.
I say be great all day, all the time.
Every day.
Being inspirational is just the best thing going.
Right. And that's all I can do. And I feel like, you know, if that's what I can do and that's what I can bring to the community is positivity and some type of leadership or some type of love, then I'm doing what I'm here for. Okay. I'm doing my job.
Well, what have you been doing to take care of yourself, Miss Lady?
Ooh,
you're looking popping. You're looking like you've been glowing. You're smiling. You're always just so lovable.
Oh, thank you. Yes, honey. I am so busy. I stay busy because like during quarantine and things like that, it was just like, yeah, okay, I can't watch too much more Netflix. I can't lay here no more. So I started working out.
Right.
Did a couple gym classes and things like that, you know. I love my baths, you know, gardening, cooking, just the things that I love and enjoying. I just started doing more of, and especially when I can make the time. But you must. Okay, Sundays is self-care day. Don't call me on a Sunday. What am I doing if it ain't a football game for the Seahawks? Taking care of myself, honey. Okay, reading a book, honey.
Yeah. I love that
part.
I love that.
It's important to take care of yourself.
You are just so fun to hang around and just be around. I just love it. And I think everybody should just always have a positive attitude. Smile, even when there's nothing to smile about. Smile. Right. You know?
Right.
Well,
because we here.
Exactly.
And we gonna be here until the Lord calls us home.
Hello.
So enjoy every moment of it.
Hello.
Best you can, right?
Well, shoot, I sure appreciate you coming by, you know.
Definitely.
Well, I mean, do you have any questions for me? Is there anything that you would like to ask me?
How did you get here, honey? It's so far. Like,
you get here?
That's why I love her.
Well, shoot. I don't know. I think I'm here because of my mom and my dad, Lonnie and Linda Mosley. Okay. But besides that, just in life, I want to be happy, you know, and I think that for me to be happy, I want to be around happy people. And if you're not happy, then I'm not just going to leave you unhappy. I want to help, you know, you be happy with me, you know, because teamwork makes the dream work. So as far as being in the community, I think that was just my knack. I've always reached for the stars, you know what I'm saying? Right. I've always reached for a position that had to do with community, you know, customer service, community, Boys and Girls Club, just, you know, with the Parks and Rec, you know, because I love kids and I love people. And I feel like my personality, whether or not I want to or not, but can support and help others. Like if I see a kid sitting over there and then I see an educator or whoever, a mom or a dad trying to cheer that kid up, I'd be like, I bet you I can get that kid to get up,
to
like,
smile or something, right?
And I'll go and I'll tell the
wink at
mom,
them or
I'll
something,
tell the
like,
mom, let me do it, and then they look at me crazy, but for whatever reason, I end up getting that
respond
kid
to
up,
it.
or that teenager, or that adult, or if there's an argument and nobody can break them up, I'd be like, I'll go handle it, and I feel like that's just something that God gave to me. You know what I'm saying?
And that's so powerful.
It is super powerful. Yes. And I don't take advantage of it because sometimes I do it on accident. You know what I'm saying? And some people tell me, well, why are you always so positive? And I'm like, I don't know.
Because we should be happy and live life.
But we should be. But sometimes it's just like, I'm so positive because maybe I need that for myself. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes if I put out a positive quote, it might not necessarily be for you. It's for me so I can see it, or you speak it into existence, and that's called manifest. You know what I'm saying? So that's and it makes me feel good.
Meditation, yes, I forgot that.
Yeah, it makes me feel good. But so I'm so happy that you stopped by. Oh, yeah. And I hope that you come back again.
I definitely will. Here we go, y'all.
Well, thank you again. This is Shameka Cornelius, you guys. I'm Angie Mosley, and thanks for coming out and sharing your input and watching us grow.
BUILD 206, Double Dutch Divas.
Double Dutch Divas in the house.
You already know.
So before we go, is there any other thing that you got going besides Double Dutch Divas?
As far as Double Dutch Divas, I was heavily involved in the Odessa Brown Children's Clinic as far as raising funds and things for them. Recently, we've cut back a little bit on that due to Children's Hospital. But other than that, I have a lot going on just for me and my kids,
That's what's up.
Trying to start this podcast, actually, and actually, listening to Black women's voices and things of that sort. So hopefully, this brings a good positive thing out for the community and an outlet for us to communicate and share and learn from each other.
Well, I'm so happy, and I'm glad to partner with you.
Yes.
High five, baby. Hey, we're out of here.
See y'all next time.
Pop it.
Pop it.